This training video is for anyone who needs to learn how to approve an electronic timesheet. Electronic timesheets will go live in the Ellucian colleague system January of 2019. So first we want to sign in to self-service. Here you can see your self-service home screen. I would highly encourage you to play around in your self-service environment. Depending on what you have access to, you might have more or you might have less than what is shown here. When you go to approve student or employee timesheets, you'll click on Employee. Here you can see you have access to a lot of employee information. First, you will go to Time Approval. The first time you log into your time approval, you will want to make sure that you have access to all of the employees that you supervise. If someone that you supervise is not showing up, that means that they have not completed their paperwork or there is an error. Please contact the business office to make sure that that gets addressed. Here you can see that you are the supervisor of test person and test student. You can see that test person has not entered any time for this pay period. You can see that test student has entered time, 10 hours to be exact, but it is not complete. You can go ahead and review this if you want by clicking here. You can see that this student is a student worker, non-federal work study, and works in the business office. This student has entered 2 hours every day, Monday through Friday for this week. You can either approve this time, or you can click on other actions and reject it, or you can write a comment to the student that will then be emailed to them. For now, we're going to approve it. Here you can see that it has been approved for this week. If you want to see the next week, just click this button. Here you can see that this student has not submitted any hours for this week. And that's okay, because hours are due every Friday. So this week hasn't happened yet. We can go back to the main screen. Students and bi-weekly employees will turn in their time every Friday by midnight. It is the supervisor's responsibility to approve time every Monday by noon. If you do not approve your employee's time, they will not be paid. If the employee does not enter their time, they will not be paid. If an employee does not enter their time for a pay period, they will not have a chance to re-enter that time at a later date for another payroll. They must enter their time when they work it, otherwise they will not be paid. Even though you already approved this 10 hours, it still says not complete because the student has not completed the work for this pay period. This pay period will end on November 30th. Now it's the Monday after the pay period end date. Test person has submitted their time and you need to go in and approve it. You can see that these are hours that have already been approved last Monday. These hours need to be approved. You can see that the student did not work on Friday. They actually sent you an email about this. In this testing video, I don't have access to the email, but we can see the comment that they sent you. Here it says, I did not work on Friday. But you remember that they did work extra time on Monday. So let's remind them of that. We're going to reject this time and have them edit it. So it is being rejected because they need to add 2 hours for Monday. We're going to have them fix their time. Okay, you received an email that your test person has submitted their hours once again. So let's go look and see what they did. All right, They changed their hours on Monday from 3 to 5 hours. So let's go ahead and approve it. Now we can go back to your time approval screen. All of their hours entered for payroll are good to go and are ready to be paid. Here you can see that test student still has not completed their hours. They've submitted 1 week, but they have not submitted the next week. Unfortunately for that student, they did not get their hours turned in on time. So you have to go ahead and approve it so that they can at least get paid for 1 week. Okay, now you can see that all of your students have been approved and they are ready to be processed for payroll. Make sure that you get this done by noon on Monday. They will be paid on that Friday. Let's say that you will not be available to approve employee time on Monday by noon. You have the capability to set up a proxy in your place who can approve the time for you. Here's the self-service home screen. To set up the proxy, you just need to go to Employee and Employee Proxy. Here you can see that at the moment you have no active proxies. All you need to do is just click here, search for the employee, and then add them. It's pretty simple. You can add up to as many proxies as you need. In summary, students will be paid every other Friday. Biweekly employees will be paid the opposite every other Friday, and this is regardless of holidays or breaks. Timesheets are due every Friday by midnight. Students and biweekly employees have been instructed to turn their time in early if they will not be here on Friday. Supervisors will approve time every Monday by noon. If Monday falls on a holiday, you can make arrangements with your students or biweekly employees to turn in their time early so that you can approve it earlier. The nice thing is that self-service is online, so you should be able to log in on your home computer and approve time. Late time entered will not be accepted. Thank you for watching this training video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the business office.